All right, Bruce, question submitted by Stephen St. Martin wondering, what are exactly my rights when I get pulled over? So he must have had some sort of situation.
Criminal.
Criminal?
He is a criminal. If you're pulled over, you're a criminal. Or maybe not. Sorry, Stephen. Okay, I think I know what he's getting at. It's kind of I probably maybe this was in response to a post that I made a while ago where I said it was funny, a lot of jokers on there, because I said if somebody in uniform asks you to do something, you say, "Am I being detained? Am I under arrest? Am I free to go?"
Right.
And a lot of jokers said, "Well, I said that to the Girl Scouts, and they were
Did they
really offended." And I said that to ha ha ha. I should have said, people who are with law enforcement or the government in a uniform ask you to do something. Okay.
All right, I think this is long.
And then the wise guys come back and they say, "Well, what if a fireman tells me get out of my car? It's about to blow up." Do I say,
I mean, that's not even funny. That's not even.
I know.
It's trying way too hard.
There's too many internet lawyers. They're always trying to nitpick. Okay,
Yeah,
but you know what the point is. What I'm talking about is unlawful search and seizure, unlawful questioning, and mainly what I'm talking about. And a lot of people are not even aware of this. When I talked about it in the post, a lot of people are not even aware of these suspicionless stops. I even talked to one guy who's a former police officer, a friend of mine, and he says, "Oh no, the only suspicionless stops are these." Alcohol stops, and he tried to justify it and explain it. And I said, no, that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you have the Department of Homeland Security who has these road stops in the middle of the road, 70, 80 miles from a border, asking you, "Hey, what's your citizenship? Who are you?" That kind of thing. That's what I'm talking about when you're detained. So same thing when somebody's pulled over. It depends what you're pulled over for. I mean, if you're speeding or whatever, then there's a lot of videos and stuff on that. But what I'm mainly talking about is when anybody stops you, pull over or whatever, you want to say, by what authority are you doing this? In some cases, they do have legal authority under our laws to do it. So somebody at the airport the other day was giving me a hard time, but it wasn't a TSA person. And she's giving me a hard time about my bag, which I travel a lot. Anybody who follows me online knows that I travel. I have almost 1 million miles. I travel a lot. I know how to travel. And she says, "Oh, your bag isn't compliant." I said, "I just flew here. I want a connecting flight. This bag is
like a $10 an hour.
This is the bag that I use all the time." She's giving me a hard time, and I'm starting to go back and forth. And I said, "Wait a minute. Who are you?
Yeah.
Who do you work for, and what authority are you doing?" And she gives me this. "Well, we work for blah 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 blah." I said, "Who's that?" "Well, we're contracted by the agency." And I said, "Are you TSA?" She said, "No." And I said, I just ignored her and kept walking. She didn't have any authority over me. So first thing is, do people have authority?
It's like a mall cop. You can tell a mall cop to screw, right? And you just
but they may be able to kick you out or whatever.
Right, but they can't arrest you.
Right. So certain people in uniform, they have legal authority. I wouldn't do that to a TSA person. I'm required, within reason, to follow what they say. Sometimes these guys don't even know the rules. And the TSA website is very useful for that. I almost hate to give anything credit to anything good with the TSA, but at least in dealing with their overzealous totalitarian, thumb on the people, you can get good information from their website, which tells you what you can say and do. You have the right to film, that kind of stuff.
Right. They took away my Crest White strips.
What is that?
TSA. Like if you put like the gel strips. Yeah, they took them away.
Why? Because it's too many ounces or something?
Gel in them.
Maybe they needed it.
Maybe. The guy's breath kicked like Bruce Lee.
Well, that could be the reason. Yeah, free stuff. I like the story about the TSA guy they found with 350 iPads in his house.
Shocking.
So when you
Steve's on a routine. Steven
is
on a routine stop.
Determined. I mean, if it's speeding or whatever, that's pretty obvious. But if you're being stopped by police and questioned, or stopped by people in uniform, then you say, those same questions. Am I being detained? Am I being charged with a crime? Am I free to go? Because they really want to get you, and they want to get you to give up your rights and open your trunk and let you in their house.
That's another question.
Should you open your trunk?
Right.
No. Don't cooperate with the police.
That, correct?
A lot of people...
I've watched a lot of television.
Right. Or probable cause.
Probable cause.
And
What's probable cause? Like smelling something?
Well, they see you clunk somebody in the head, chuck them in the trunk.
All right.
You shut the trunk.
Years. So, that's fine.
they would have the right to open it. And I'm not an attorney. There's attorneys who are experts on this kind of thing. But yeah, you want to know your rights, know what you can do, and follow it. And that's a good way to balance. The mistake that people make is trusting law enforcement to think that they're on your side. And there's a lot of people, good people, innocent people who've been burned. So don't make the mistake of saying, oh, I'm innocent, I have nothing to hide, I'm going to do what they say. Don't do it.
All right. Thanks, Steve.